Hi, good afternoon, and thanks again for joining us here at Wild Irish Bushcraft and Survival. I'm Chuck, your host, and I get to give the airplanes going up. Apparently there's a mass exodus from here in the San Fernando Valley today. Anyways, about a month ago, I got a response to one of my videos, and one of my viewers put forth the question about the tips of the MTech Extreme Survival knife that I had made, and he asked me a question concerning the tip and whether it's strong enough. And he asked me to compare it, he asked it in a comparison to the SOG. So to put for, I said that was a good question because again, when it comes to prying and sobbing and things like that, I'm a bit leery about prying with the blade. And a lot of manufacturers will say their warranties cover most everything except for prying or using it as a chisel. But because I'm a man who loves to respond to my viewers' inquiries, today we're going to make it a bit of a comparison, as it were, between the SOG Sealpup, which is a standard. This is a fairly popular one by SOG, the Sealpup, compared to the the MTech Extreme Survival Jungle Knife. So a couple of things to start off with. Now I see, of course, each one of them a bit larger. Right? The MTech's considerably larger, a bit heavier. Thickness-wise, they're almost comparatively the same. Now the MTech, of course, is made with, I believe, 440 stainless, while the SOG is AUS 8. Okay, so slightly different in the metal. Right? But again, MTech put forth the question, how does it compare with the SOG? And I was reticent at first to do this because of the fact, like I said, I'm not keen about prying and everything else. However, in as much as you're not supposed to pry or anything, there are times when you may actually have to pry with a knife to get into the wood, as it were. I mean, considering the fact that sometimes you have to get under the wood in order to get some insects or whatever if you're going to eat them. So, keeping in that, we're going to try to compare them, a couple of stabs and a bit of prying to see how it turns out. Now I've got my log of wonder here to do the prying with, though. We'll just scrape this off a little bit here, so we get a nice, a nice open area like so. Yeah, right there, like that. Okay, now we'll start with the test one first. Okay, the one I was asking question of: how strong is the tip of the knife? Now again, it's a fairly good knife. Now, and I took off in the last video I did for this, I had it wrapped in paracord. All right, just to for a little bit of extra paracord. You can never have enough. But I took the paracord off, so now we have just the scales themselves and the hand grip and everything. All right, so straightforward, naked end, nothing too typical about it. Now the problem with this is with the way the handle itself is, doing a stab, a straightforward like stab, is very difficult. So we're going to do a hammer stab, straight down like so. Okay, so we'll give this about a few stabs, equal in all. Okay, now we'll stab it in there like so and pry that sucker in to see if we can get that just pried out a bit. And I mean, it's a really good. I mean, we're gonna go for a nice stab in there like that. Okay, and you can see I'm not candy assing around with this. I'm going fairly deep in there. All right, just like so. Again, at a position I'm in now. You can see there's the end result there. And we throw that little sucker up a little bit. As far as the tip goes, and I should have shown you that beforehand, but you can see that it was non-forced for wear. Okay, a nice tanto tip, still sharp and still in good shape. No rolling back, nothing like that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now the SOG Sealpup. We'll start with the fresh spot here. Okay. Give it a bend. Now on this one, the beauty of this is because of the handle itself. Okay, we can do a reverse one or straightforward as it's so. All right. Now, I have to say, as far as the handles go, now this is a really lightweight knife. Probably good because it's good for tactical and all. All right. But however, the handle itself I'm not keen about, as it were. And I know this is a top rate brand and all, but I'm not keen about it all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the same technique as I did with the MTech. I'm going to do it reverse instead of just straightforward, plunge down like so. All right. So we'll give it a couple of grabs just like before, and grab it in there like so. Okay, that was a bad one right there. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. Again, we're not going to candy us around with this. We're going to dig that sucker now. It's all kind of... Okay, so just that alone, we can see the comparison. Now, it's the same deep gouge that I did with the MTech. And right there and then, we can see the tip is broken off. So, comparative-wise, I have to tell you, now, the Sealpup goes for a fairly good price, right? A little bit more expensive than the MTech. But compare the two now, and there's the same amount of force on each one. And I have to tell you, I mean, a lot of people deride MTech. Well, you just watched right there that it passed over the SOG Sealpup, and I have to admit, I mean, I'm a bit disappointed. I really anticipated a lot more from this. I really expected more from this. However, again, that's why they don't warranty things like prying. But again, sometimes you have to. But as you can see, of the two that compared, now I've used this for bushcrafting in the past, and I have to say, I was not impressed with it. Honestly, I wasn't. I mean, the serration's fine. The edge is retention is fine. However, the handle itself was a real bugger, anyways. All right. After using this for carving, for making number 7 notches and things like that, it really did a number on my bloody hand. It really did. I mean, my hands are sore. Right? Now, granted, this is a bit of a different monkey handling anyways, but, I mean, the proof is right there in the pudding now, isn't it? I mean, we did the same jobbing and everything else on here, and, as you can see, I'm a bit disappointed. But, so there's to answer your question, Britta, how does it compare with the SOG? Well, I don't think we have to really go any further than, well, as far as tips go, as far as strength goes, the MTech actually did pass the colours, didn't it? While the SOG, it sort of farted out. Alright, well, that's it. Do us a favour. If you've had the same experience, by all means, let me know. And leave your comments below. And once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in here to Wild Irish Bushcraft and Survival. I'm Chuck, your host, and once again, I want to thank you. So, cilantro. Cheers.